Hi, this is Isabel, and this is the first video in my series called Before You Do Anything. And what I'm going to do over the coming week is I'm going to share with you the 4 high-level questions that you're going to want to ask before you engage in a lot of the common things that business owners are thinking about moving into this time of year. We'll be looking at the 4 high-level questions to ask before you plan your year, before you reach for more money, before you design a high-end offer, before you write your book, and more. What you're going to notice is this is going to be, as I said, high-level questions. And the reason I love to look at these is that I've found that if you're not really aligned on the high level, on the level of the big questions, the meaning and the purpose of what you're doing, often you'll either get mired down in details or you'll simply lose momentum. You'll lose that energy and that drive to keep going forward when you're doing something that is a stretch for you and that requires a lot of courage. And what you're going to really notice as a theme throughout this series is the importance, before you do anything big, before you do anything stretchy out in the world, the importance of really being deeply anchored in who you are and in your understanding of what it is you're here to share. Because if you have those 2 things, what I've found is that you really do have the soul energy to take yourself to places that you haven't been before. I'm going to do my best to keep these videos short. This one may be a little bit longer since I'm introducing the series. My goal is to keep these pretty short, so we're just going to move quickly through the 4 most powerful questions today that you can ask yourself before you plan your year. So, question number 1 is, what are you yearning for? What are you yearning for? It's so easy in the busyness and chaos of running a business to be so focused on all the things that you need to do that we really lose connection with that feeling of what is the deep desire. What is the deep desire? Because if all of the busyness and all of the activity and all of the investment of time, money, and energy isn't supporting your deep desire, then it's not a good use of your resources. If you can't quickly or easily answer that question, what are you yearning for? I recommend you do something as simple as take 5 minutes every day this coming week and simply write for 5 minutes in answer to that question, what am I yearning for? The second question I think is a really interesting one, and it's, what can I reach for that will meet that yearning? So the yearning, you're going to notice, isn't so much about the concrete things, because I think deep down we don't yearn, I'm going to say we don't even yearn for more money, but often the things we yearn for are those intangibles, right? More love, more connection, more impact, the ability to nurture and nourish ourselves at a deeper level. And so the second question, what can I reach for that will meet that yearning, is where we begin that process of starting to look at, when I look out into the world, what are the things that I think if I reach for will allow me to have the fulfillment of that yearning. So this is where you'll see that the desire starts to get more concrete. So you might say, I think if I reach for a bigger audience, that will meet my yearning. I think if I reach for more income, that will meet my desire. I think if I reach for a new form of creative self-expression, that will meet my desire. So that's question number 2. Question number 3, when we're in business, is it's great to know what we desire, but the other half of the equation is knowing what it is we are going to offer. So the third question really is, what can I offer? What can I offer through my business that is aligned with my true spirit? So I believe that we always have the most power, the most impact, and really the most appeal to our audience when the programs, the products, and the services that we offer are in line with what I call the true spirit of your work. And the true spirit of your work is that articulation of the biggest, deepest, most powerful message that your life has prepared you to share. So the question isn't simply, what can I offer to get the income I want? Or what can I offer that will meet my yearnings? But it's really, what can I offer that really comes out of me honoring my unique access to universal wisdom, for me honoring that I've been given special understanding, special knowledge of some aspect of the human experience. And then the fourth question I recommend you answer before you plan your year is, what will give me the courage to reach for more? Again, I think we can get so caught up in goals and picking smart goals and breaking those goals down that we really just forget that there's something beautiful about the entrepreneurial spirit and that desire to reach for more than you have before. Whatever the more is, more income, more impact, more creative expression, more soulful expression, more perfect clients. And I think it's important to recognize that every time we reach for more, it requires a certain amount of courage. One of the most powerful ways I find my courage, and I've seen clients find more courage, really goes back to this idea of the true spirit of your work. That the clearer your understanding of who you are and what you're here to offer, and really what you're here to offer that is unique to you and that comes out of and is deeply grounded in your life experience, the less your efforts are about hubris and pride and making a lot of noise, and the more it starts to feel like you have this incredibly important impact that you want to have on the world, and the urgency starts to come out of not just having the achievements, but really knowing that you're living your life in a way that allows something very big, deep, and powerful to move through you. So to recap, the 4 questions are, what do you yearn for? Question 2, what can you reach for that you believe will meet that yearning? Question 4, what can you offer through your business that is aligned with the true spirit of your work? And finally, what will give you more courage to reach for more? If you want help with any of these, I do want to let you know that I offer a single, very powerful session to help you define and articulate the true spirit of your work. It's probably the most joyful and the most sacred work I do with people, and they're just wonderful stories I can tell about what happens for people when that true spirit comes into focus. If that's something that is calling to you, I want to let you know that you can get it at the very best rate if you book that session with me prior to December 1st, when the price will be going up. If you go to my website at soundbiteshaman.com and click on the tab that says services, the very first thing you'll see listed at the top is the information on the True Spirit session. So I urge you to go there and consider if finding the true spirit of your work would be one of the greatest gifts and blessings that you could give yourself as we complete this year and prepare for the next.